Hi guys, welcome back to another episode. We're just popping in at the start here just to do a little bit of an explanation. This video is going to be a bit different than it is normally.
Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't realise we were doing a little bit of filming for another YouTube channel Tracy started for a crochet, and we had our external microphones set up at the time, but the lighting wasn't that good and we decided not to film there, and we hadn't used the camera since, and we since moved to Temora. And on the way up we were filming in the car and filmed all around Temora, forgetting Tamworth. Yeah, we were from Temora, moved to Tamworth.
Yeah.
Forgetting that when you have the external media or microphone module set up, this piece, it was still plugged into the back of the media mod, and when that's plugged in, it deactivates the microphone on the media mod. So unless you're using the external mics, which we hadn't been, you don't get any sound. So we're talking away and yabbering away, and the whole time on all the clips, and it wasn't until I downloaded the footage yesterday for Tracy to start
editing,
and we haven't got any sound.
Yeah.
So
we're going to try our best to do voiceovers. Unfortunately, it's going to have to be for the whole episode because we literally have, other than this intro, no sound to go with all the clips. So we're not going to try and do lip syncing or anything like that. That would be impossible. But just generally explaining what we were talking about. It might be a bit weird to see different sounds coming out of our mouths. Just like the
old-fashioned movies where they used to do the voiceover and the lips on the screen don't match what's being said. So all the really bad English dubbed Asian movies.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. So yeah, whoopsie daisy. We hadn't done that since we first got those mics, and it's been a long time. So, oops. Anyway, we're going to have fun trying to, we're just going to be doing where we are, what we were saying at the time. Obviously, it's not going to be word for word, so we'll try our best, and let us know in the comments below how we went. Apologies.
Won't happen again.
Yes, no, won't happen again. All right, well, let's get to it.
G'day, we are Chris and Tracy. We made a life-changing decision, sold up everything in March 2022 to live in a caravan full-time, to travel and explore Australia. Come along and follow us as we live and share our dream.
Good morning. We have left Temora, but this is the first time in a long time that we actually don't have a booking. We don't know where we're going.
Yep. Come out of the caravan park, face north, and drive.
Yes, so we have both been to Parks and Dubbo, which is just up the road. So we kind of don't know where to go. So we're just going to continue heading north and I guess see where we end up. This is unusual for us. Normally we have some type of booking by now. But I guess this is what we're about, and we're just going to play it by ear and see how we go. Yes, but it's nice weather, so it's great time for a drive and see where we end up. Who knows? Alright, we have a bit of an issue. We have decided that we are going to Tamworth. We've made a booking there, but we have to be there by 6 o'clock tonight. Now, on the way, we had the airbag light come on, and Chris has had to stop several times to try and clear that code. And then the engine malfunction light has come on. So we have made it as far as Dubbo. We stopped, tried to clear the code, and then the car went into limp mode. So now Chris has gone into Nissan here in Dubbo to see if they can let us know what is happening. Okay, so Chris has gone back into Nissan. He's managed to clear the engine malfunction code for now, so we thought we need to get to Tamworth by 6 o'clock tonight. We need to keep heading. We've already lost an hour. So he's gone back into Nissan to tell them that, look, we've cleared the code. We're just going to take a risk and keep going because we need to get to Tamworth before 6 o'clock. So we'll see how we go. Okay, so while Chris has gone into Woolworths, just to give you a bit of an update, we had worked out that, well, by the way, we've made it to Tamworth. We had worked out that there was a loose fuel cap that was throwing up the engine malfunction code. So the fuel cap is on properly now and the engine code hasn't come up again. We've actually been in Tamworth for a couple of days, but that first night that we actually arrived in Tamworth, we actually arrived about 5 to 6, so 5 minutes to spare before we had to be there. And that night, I don't know if it's because we just worked so hard to get to Tamworth on time, Chris wasn't feeling well, and then the next day I started not feeling well, so we'd actually been here for a couple of days and not gone anywhere because we haven't been feeling well. And we think that maybe the change of water, sometimes that does upset our tummies when we change from town to town, and we'd had some water on the way, so yeah, that's probably why. But yeah, just thought I'd update you because we'd been in the caravan for a couple of days and actually hadn't told you that we made it to Tamworth, and the codes haven't come back on the car again so far. So yeah, that was just thought I'd better update you because we had forgotten to actually record when we arrived, because it was pretty much dark when we arrived in Tamworth, and just set up and nearly went to bed. Basically, we had travelled for 9 hours by the end of the day after our hour stop in Dubbo, but we got there, and yeah, now we're able to get out and about and hopefully see a bit of Tamworth. Right, so today we've gone for a drive. We are at the Oxley Lookout. Thought we'd give you the lookout view of Tamworth. So here it is. So looking across there, so Tamworth is quite spread out, as you can see. It's sort of in 3 main sections. So here we are at the golden guitar, or the big golden guitar that's right behind us, and it's the part of the Tourist Information Centre here also, and there's also a wax museum inside as well. So here's a look at the big golden guitar. So it's pretty big, as you can see. But there's the information centre there and the wax museum. But just we wanted to share that the car park here is not suitable for caravan. So we are in the town centre or city centre, I should say, of Tamworth, and we thought we'd show the city centre because we had in our mind what we thought Tamworth would look like before we came here. And we thought people would be wearing cowboy hats, and there would be buskers in the street, and there would be shop outlets with selling clothing that was like Western style and things like that. But it's actually not like that. It's
Nope, nothing like it at all.
yeah, it was completely different to what our expectations were. So I guess all we see on TV, like when we're living in Melbourne, was Tamworth when I guess the country music festival was on. So yeah, we thought we'd just show you the city centre CBD as we're driving down. So as you can see, there are just normal shops that you would expect in any city centre. In Melbourne or Adelaide or wherever.
It's just another big town.
Yeah, so I guess we had probably not realistic expectations. We were expecting that Tamworth would be this country and western, vibe all the time, but it's actually not. So yeah,
not even a busker anywhere to be seen.
No. So there are thousands, I don't know how many, but there are motels everywhere here. I don't know how they survive out of peak season when it's not the festival, to be honest, because they've all got vacancy and they're all fairly empty.
Yeah, but come January, you wouldn't be able to move in this town.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, so we just thought we'd just show that because I don't know if anyone else has got those sort of similar expectations of what Tamworth actually looks like and is like when you're here. Yeah, we were kind of, I don't know,
a little bit let down, I suppose.
I guess, yeah.
But that's our expectations. As other people have, obviously, if they research it a bit more, they might have different expectations. But yeah, it's not that. It's nothing like that we thought was going to be like anyway.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah. That's just, I guess, like the Instagram versus reality kind of story, isn't it? It's what you get. But yeah, we'll come back and go through the Hall of Fame, the Great Australian Country Hall of Fame, probably tomorrow, which is not far from where we're staying. It's actually next door. So yeah, we might actually pass that on our way past here shortly. But yeah, expectations versus reality, there you go. So as you can see, coming up here, as we come through the roundabout on the other side there, that is the Australian Country Hall of Fame on the other side of the roundabout. It is actually in the shape of a guitar, but you actually would have to have a drone up to see the guitar shape. So there it is there, we're going past there now.
And right next door is
our caravan park. Yeah, so we'll go for a walk there tomorrow and have a look.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to an episode of Cooking with Chris. Today we're going to be doing a viewer request, i.e. my brother, to make yo-yos, or as other people may know them as melting moments.
So we're going to be doing these in our air fryer again, and we're going to have a bit of a shuffle around because we can only cook so many at once. So we'll get on to the ingredients. So here we have 125 grams of unsalted butter, 3/4 cup of plain flour, 1/4 cup of soft icing mixture, and 1/3 of a cup of custard powder. We're going to be putting those into a bowl and mixing it all together, and we'll get onto that and we'll come back to you once we're all set up. Okay, so we have our butter in the bowl, softened butter. I'm going to take our hand mixer, in our case the old-fashioned hand-driven one, but you haven't seen one of these for a while. I haven't used one for a while either, but it'll do the job. So we're going to take that and we're going to beat the butter until it's nice and pale and creamy. We're going to try not to make a mess, but me being me, try. Oop, nah, bugger. Yeah, that didn't work. Okay, try again. Don't laugh, Tracy. Okay, so now I know why they invented electric mixers. Anyway, so our butter's nice and creamy. Now we're going to add our wet other ingredients to it. So we're going to add now some flour, plain flour, the icing sugar, and the custard powder. We're going to mix all those together. We'll try the mixture again, see if I can make a bit more mess. If not, might have to go back to the wooden spoon. We'll come back to you once that's all mixed together. Tracy, I might need an extra pair of hands here. Can you just hold the bowl for a minute? Thanks. Okay, we've changed from the mixer back to the good old-fashioned wooden spoon, so we're just going to mix that through and bring it together. It'll be a bit of a crumbly mixture, I should say. Just keep working it until it comes together to a nice firm dough, and we'll come back to you once all that's done. Okay, so our biscuit dough is all combined together. We're just going to now take a teaspoon, roll it into some balls, place it on a lined tray. Then you're going to take a fork, dust it with a bit of icing sugar and press down gently on them. Then we'll put it in in our case, air fryer to cook. We'll get that done and we'll come back and show you once we're ready to put them in the air fryer. Before we do that, see, we just rolled a teaspoonful of dough into a ball, just in your hand, so it comes together nicely. It's about that big. You just place it in the tray, 3 centimeters apart. You've got to give them a bit of room. Once you've done all that, press them down with a fork dusted with the icing sugar, and then we'll be popping it into the air fryer. So let's get cracking on this and we'll get it ready to put in the air fryer. Just be a little bit and we'll show you ready to go. So we're going to set our our air fryer on bake or whatever you're going to cook it to 160 for 10 minutes. It sounds good. We'll get it heated up and we'll get the prepared tin in ready to go. Got one more to go and we'll be pressing these down ready to go into the air fryer. So now we're going to take our fork, we're going to dust it with a bit of icing sugar. Hopefully we've got some left in the bag. Yes, we have. So we're going to just press gently down on top of the ball, just flatten them off slightly. You get that nice little fork mark across the top that they're iconic for these biscuits. So we just press these down and we'll get them into our preheated air fryer and we'll get the first batch underway. And one more and into the oven we go. Okay, so that's all done. They're all nicely pressed down. Our air fryer is preheated to 160. That's what they look like. Nice and ready to go in. So, simple matter now of putting them into your air fryer, 160. And we're going to have to cook these in batches because we've only got the small tin. and we'll get the first batch underway, and we'll come back to you once we've cooked them all. Okay, so we're back now. We've cooked all our biscuits. You can see they're on the rack here cooling. They won't be, you don't want to cook them till they're burnt or brown or golden. They're just nicely golden, and they're going to sit on this rack and cool for a while. While they're cooling, we're going to get on with our filling. So in the bowl I have the last 60 grams of softened butter. To that we're going to add what is it, two-thirds of a cup of icing sugar. Once I get all the butter out, so in goes the icing sugar with the butter, and we're going to beat that till it's nice and creamy again. Tracy, yep, you can hold that for a minute. So once that's done, we've brought it all together. It's nice and fluffy and peaky. We're going to add 2 teaspoons of finely grated lemon rind and 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and we're going to mix those together again to bring it all together to finalise the filling. Alright, that's all done. It's all mixed together. Now it's a simple matter of taking your biscuits, turning them over so the flat sides up, and spooning a small amount of, or large amount depending on how much filling you want, onto half of a biscuit, then putting the top on. You just go along like that until you've filled them and closed them all up. So we'll keep on going, and we'll get that done, and we'll come back for the all important taste test. Now that's Tracy's job, so once we come back I'll get on the other side of the camera and we'll go to Tracy to see what she thinks about this creation.
Okay, so it's my turn to try these biscuits. Now I've got to try and eat it without crumbling everywhere. Let's see. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Crumbly. Oh, yeah, nice. Beautiful lemon taste. Yeah, that icing is beautiful. Oh, yeah, very nice. I love it. Yep. Did well. Very pleased with that. Yep.
Okay, let's get me back in front of the camera. So there you have it. There you have it. It's the melting moments / yo-yos, whichever one you prefer to call them. That's from the request from my brother, and the recipe will be on the Aussie Encounters website. If you're looking at the website on a mobile device or an iPad, just go to the menu, go across the recipes, and scroll down until you find the yo-yos. So, hope you enjoy, hope you try it. Easy to make. Alright guys, see you next time.
Bye.